What is up, everyone? Conixis here, and welcome back to Shining Song, Starnova. And quite honestly, I don't remember what happened last time, but let's just hop right into it, shall we? I rubbed my eyes and opened to the sound of my alarm clock. No, actually, I don't remember what happened last time. I'm just stupid. Last time, we finally found out that Natan had been, like, the biggest fan of us for the longest time by finding that picture of us in her apartment. And we found out pretty much that Producer San used to be a fucking star, my guys. Like, what? Producer San used to be an idol? But hey. And so, since he got kicked out of the idol business, he wanted to create idols bigger and better and show his old producer that things can work out and all that good stuff. But anyways, let's see how the story goes from here. Did I read that? Well, I get to read it again. I rub my eyes open to the sound of my alarm clock. Yep. What a thing to dream about. I guess what happened with Natan the other day triggered my subconsciousness to recollection of my idol career. Of how my idol career ended. Anyways, all of that was 8 years ago now. Totally ancient history. Time to get ready for work. Oh boy. I arrived at the office to find all the girls already accounted for. Huh? This is rare. You guys are here early. Judging from the dire looks on everyone's faces, I could immediately tell that something was wrong. It's about time you showed up. What? Something happened? P-Kun. Natan. The girls cleared the area to let Natan talk to me. Oh. Sorry, P-Kun, but I think I'm gonna have to take a few days off. You see, I got an email this morning from my brother. Mama's apparently real sick. She collapsed last night and had to be rushed to the hospital. Oh God! No, don't let nobody die in her family. Don't let some sadness happen to her. Fucking hell, mate. What? Are you alright, Natan? Don't worry. Mama's still young, and my brother's saying she's doing better now. But it still feels wrong to be in Tokyo when all this is happening back home. Of course, I'll cancel all your jobs and clear up your schedule right away. This is an emergency after all. Thanks. Now, there's no time to waste, so I was just gonna leave right away. Yeah, that's not a problem. You're not reading the air at all, are you? What an unreliable guy. Producer, Natan wants you to go with her. She needs you right now. There's no way she can handle traveling down to Kansai by herself. Is that true, Natan? Yeah. Even though it'd be a huge problem on Pika, and I was hoping. Alright, it's totally fine with me. Besides, it's risky to make an idol travel that far alone anyways, so I'll be more than glad to accompany you. The rest of you girls can hold the fort here while Natan and I go south to see how her folks are doing. Have a safe journey. Come on, there's not a moment to lose. I'm gonna run back to my apartment and pick up some things, then leave. Meet me at the station in 20 minutes, okay? Yeah. And so, the two of us got on, what is that? Shinkansen to Osaka just an hour later. Arriving in Osaka, we transferred to a local line to Natan's hometown. Hey, it's that place again. By the time we arrived, it was nearly 5 o'clock. Come on, P-Kun, it's this way. Yeah. It didn't seem like there were any cabs here, and the buses only seemed to run a few times a day. Fortunately, though, it turned out that Natan's place wasn't too far from the station. Natan rushed to the door and rang the doorbell. Oi! It's me! The teenage boy opened the door. That must be Natan's younger brother. Oni-chan? Mama! What happened to Mama? Mama, she's... After finding out the situation, Natan crumbled to the floor. What? Is she fine? Sorry, P-Kun, for bringing you all the way out here for no reason. No, it's only natural that you have to come back, considering your mom collapsed. But it's really a good thing that it wasn't that serious, huh? In fact, we should just be grateful it turned out like this. Sorry about that, guys. But to think she's now totally fine, and even went out grocery shopping just hours after coming back from the hospital. My ma, she really has too much energy. Well, like mother, like daughter. Indeed, the look on Natan's face was pretty incredible when her mom appeared at the door, carrying 4 bags of groceries as if absolutely nothing had happened. In fact, Natan had broken into tears and cried into her ma's chest the instant she saw her. But in the end, all's well that ends well, I suppose. It looked like there was no reason for concern. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I was about to say, oh, is she gonna get like the big depression on this route? That sucks. Like, damn. Why is Natsuki gonna be the only one with like dead family member? Like, fuck, no. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good still, guys. Thank God. After their heartfelt reunion, her mom ushered 2 of us into Natan's old room while she prepared dinner. Anyways, so this is your home, huh? It's a bit surreal being here. All this time, it seemed like a legendary place that you brought up every day, but now I'm here, I feel cozy more than anything. Yeah, but too bad I took down all my goods of Picun before I left. Back when I lived here, the walls were plastered with your posters. I think maybe it's for the best those aren't up, or else my face would be bright red. Picun doesn't seem to have a good impression of his time as an idol. Well, at that time, I really enjoyed it, but looking back on it, the me that was presented when I was an idol doesn't really represent who I am now. Back then, I was a talent trying to make it big. Now, I'm a producer. They're very different roles. So, what made Karo-kun decide to become Picun instead? That's a good question. To tell the truth, I still had a lot of regrets when I quit being an idol. Honestly, the unit was disbanded completely out of the blue, so it was a shock to all the members of Labrador. I became a producer because I still had things I wished to accomplish back when I was an idol. Even if my dreams wouldn't come true, I decided that my new goal would be to fulfill the dreams of other people in the same shoes as I was back then. But don't worry, I'm totally over what happened when I was a member of Labrador now. Being the producer of Starnova more than made up for it. Obviously, an old guy like me just isn't fit to be an idol anymore. I'm producer-san now, through and through. I wouldn't know about that, Picun. Even my mom whispered to me that you were looking quite dangerous. Oh, you better not start nothing with Mavo, cause y'all have... This talk is fucking me up. Cause you have your promise with me. Oh. Of course. When the mom said I was looking dangerous, I thought she said I look like a thug, but no, she meant I look scrumptious. Mom wants some pee. I see you, Mom. Like why? God damn it. As if she was listening on the conversation, Natan's mom came through the door. God damn it, of the room. Dinner's, how did I voice her mom? I think it was just deeper Natan. Dinner's ready. Yahoo! Let's eat, Picun. Oh, look, just the dad? Oh no, the dad looked a little mad. Oh god. Look at Natan's family. All the girls look exactly the same. Holy crap! They even got the cat mouth too! Oh god, it's so great! This is an amazing family, guys. Fucking hell, look at this great ass family. The dad looked like he could fuck me up though. The dad looked like he could fuck me up proper. Holy shit, that boy jacked. Anyways, I went downstairs to the dining room and was greeted with a veritable feast. The 7 members of Natan's family greeted me. Welcome! Natsuki. Oh yeah, I'm about to say, wait a minute, I have to learn names now, but no, that's just, I'm so used to calling her Natan. When I see her normal name, it throws me off for a second. Anyways, so this is Picun, everyone. He's been taking care of me in Tokyo. You can say that he saved my hide more times than you can count. Picun, this is my pa. A muscular man that looked like he could whoop my ass with tan skin stood at the head of the table. So, you're the producer, son, that my daughter always mentions in her letters, huh? Oh, that's his ma.
Pa, I can't believe you. You promised me you wouldn't do this, didn't you?
Well, just look at him. Honestly, how's a man with so little meat on his bone gonna take care of Natsuki? I had a feeling that's where this was gonna go. As I looked at him, then I looked at me, and I'm like, I'm a thin boy. And then this her father, that's a jacked boy. Don't worry, the real me got some meat on his bones. I'm a shrunk boy. God damn it. God damn.
Keep your mouth shut, old man, or else there'll be no dinner for you tonight.
Yeah, I was joking about messing around with Ma, but I'm not trying to get a fist through my chest. God damn it. Oh, I smiled and bowed. Thank you for having me over, and please entrust your daughter to me.
See, I told you that producer son's reliable fella. Didn't I, Pa?
But this is too soon, our little girl. Oh, shit. Somehow I got the feeling that her parents were misunderstanding something, considering that these were the same people who had been sending all those crazy gifts to Natan. I got the feeling that this kind of dinner was normal for them. Oh boy.
You already met my ma.
Sit down, enjoy the meal,
Producer San. Thank you for always looking out for my daughter. My, I sure hope the grandchildren come out all right.
Oh, yep, hey, we're definitely misunderstanding something.
Next, this is my older sister and her husband.
Oh, I'm about to say, where's the husband? But I guess across the table.
Good evening. So, you're an idol producer, huh? Cool. Must be nice, huh?
I don't know how many Western female voices I can give these people. Let's see.
And these two are my younger brothers. Hello. Now, don't be feeling shy. Peekun, we're all pretty laid back here, so you can relax and dig in.
All right. Thanks, everyone. I sat down beside Natan. Despite her words, I couldn't help but feel awkward with the 7 other people at the table. Talk about a huge family. Despite that, I could tell that there were a lot. Well, I mean, look at what's-her-face's husband. He don't look that big. I mean, we can only see his shoulders, but judging by his shoulder length, he about the same size as me. Well, what are you talking about? Hey, I could probably whoop his ass. Let me see him stand up. Anyways, god damn it. Despite that, I could tell that there were a lot of love here. Obviously, Natsuki spirits cared about their children more than anything else in the world. Everyone dug into their nikujaga and started talking all at once. Oh boy. Oh Jesus, her father is drunk, I think. Her sisters and brothers have kept the same face, though. Her father's gonna start some shit. After everyone's bellies were filled, the dinner table quieted a bit down. By now, Natan's dad had taken a few shots of shochu. Shochu. Male bumpkin and drunk? Oh, producer. What are you doing? Is something the matter, sir? How long do I have to keep pouring these shots by my lonesome here? These city folks really don't have any manners. Ah, I see. My apologies. I smiled and poured Natan's dad another shot. You take one, too. Thank you very much. With that, the two of us took shots. That's the stuff. So, you really have guts, huh? Going after my daughter when she was only 13? Oh, wait a minute!
Papa, don't you know anything? Kaoru-kun here was an idol when Natsuki was 13. That means he was really popular with the girls. Sorry, Kaoru-kun. Papa here really is a country bumpkin and doesn't know jack about the real world.
What the hell?
Why are you acting all, so friendly with producer all of a sudden? Ma, I can tell the Karakun used to be an idol. Maybe I should leave the countryside and sign up to become one of his idols too. Oh, mama. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not trying to get a fist down my throat. But I mean, you got the look. Because Natsuki, all your family looks the same. You got that youth. You probably could. If Maria could do it, mama probably could too. Oh, damn. Natan's mom has got it going on. Oh, shit. Anyways, fucking hell. You bastard. First my daughter and now my own wife. Just what are you trying to pull here? No. Natsuki? Wait, no. Natsuki, pour your pa another shot. He's been left behind by everyone. Yeah, P-kun, have some more. Natan's dad's eyeballs nearly popped from their sockets as Natan poured me another shot of shochu. Shit! Oh, he's crying. God damn it. Before I knew it, Natan wrapped herself around my arm. Sorry, Papa, but P-kun and I already done a deal, and not even you can split us apart. First your own-san, and now Natsuki too. All my girls are gonna be leaving the farm. You still have your sons, don't you? Man up a little, for crying out loud. Natan's mom slapped Dad on the backside. Karu-kun, there aren't many trains out in the countryside, so naturally you'll be staying the night here. You and Natan can sleep in her old room. Make sure you make most of this trip. Oh, we gonna fuck. But her family's here. We gonna fuck with her family here. That's gonna be an uncomfortable fuck. Not like no awkward first fuck, but this is way lower than an uncomfortable fuck. Fucking while your girlfriend's family's there, son. Why am I still talking with the country accent? I don't know, guys. Anyways, Dad and producer. No. I'm fine with sleeping down here. There's no room. What the hell? The two of them? There's no need to be shy. Besides, it gets too chilling down here anyways. Natsuki, you don't have a problem with that, do you? All right, let's do it, P-kun. It's gonna be like a sleepover. Oh boy. Enjoy. Shit. Yahoo! Oh boy, and so I ended up lodging with Natan for the night. Natan's mom really had no common sense. Put her together with Natan, and it was obvious that something like this was going to happen. But I was still the producer of Starnova. I was just going to go straight to sleep, then catch the train home tomorrow. Absolutely no funny business! Or so I thought, before getting into Natan's room. Oh, welcome back, P-kun! Sorry! I averted my eyes and gave Natan time to cover herself. Yeah, it's so nice being back home. It's almost crazy how quiet it feels out here compared to the city. Come on, P-kun, I already prepared the futon for you. Alright, already. Just put something on! Huh? What do you mean? There's no way I'm gonna be able to get a wink of sleep tonight if you're in nothing but your underwear! Really? Natan's gotta sleep in the nude, or else it'll be me who won't be getting a wink of sleep. Well, you know, clothes just get in the way when you're trying to get comfortable. Not to mention, the blanket feels so nice against your skin. You should try stripping now before you go to sleep too. I promise you, you'll wake up feeling so refreshed that you'll feel like you can take on the whole world. No way. There's no way I'll be able to sleep with you naked in here. Bacon! Ah! With that, Natan lunged for me. Oh boy. The two of us fell backwards onto the futon. Natan's chest planted firmly in my face. Ah! Ah! Oh boy. Well, this... Somehow I managed to convince Natan to put a shirt on. You really have no sense of restraint, do you? Well, I can't help myself. P-kun's actually in my room, you know? I always dreamed of this happening, but I never would have in a million years thought it would actually happen. Sorry, I guess it's hard for Natan to hold back. Now that we're out here, all I want to do is squee and throw myself on you.
Natan. Despite my reluctance, it wasn't like I didn't want to grab Natan for myself. I was a guy, of course, so it was only natural that my entire being wanted to accept Natan's feelings. But then I remembered what my old producer told me all those years ago. You have money. Well, I forgot the voice I gave the old producer. I know it was like a grungy voice, but let me try to think of this. You have money. A bunch of fangirls will raise their skirts for you on command. And you're here complaining to me. You lucky boy. Why is there a pumpkin in it? But look, I know you're bummed out about this, so here's some cash. Have some fun, get some drinks and girls. You'll be a new man by sunrise. I don't know, the bumpkin has taken over my life. No, I swear I would never become like him. The whole reason I became a producer was to prove that Sleazebag wrong. If I risked Natan's career for my sexual satisfaction, then that was like handling that was like handing that bastard a victory.
Sorry, P-kun, I guess you're right after all. I guess I got all excited seeing everyone back home again. To tell the truth, all this was a big rush, coming here because my mom might have been sick and then finding out everything was totally normal. So I might have lost my head a little, but you're right. Natan's still an idol, and all the others are still counting on us, so I suppose...
Oh god, hiccup.
We should go to bed, wake up, and get back to Tokyo tomorrow.
Yeah, I suppose so. I should be happy about this, but instead I felt agony in my chest, as if a stake had been driven through my lung. Natan was so cute, and I hadn't had a girlfriend in so long, but it just couldn't be helped. I should go to sleep. The two of us were going to go back going to be back in Tokyo by tomorrow anyway. Then we'd just be back to our usual routine, so have a little fun while you're off the clock. No point in doing anything stupid here just because we happen to be out of town. I'm gonna turn in for the night. Sleep tight.
It's been a long day after all. P-kun must be tired.
See? Good thing you didn't because... Wait, no, the music bad. Wait a minute. Just as I was about to lie down on my futon, I heard someone pounding on the door. Huh? Why would anyone be visiting at this hour? I tried ignoring it, but within moments, the same instant pounding on the door continued. Hey, you hear that?
Of course I do. That pounding's loud enough to shake the walls of the house.
Do you know what's going on?
Hell no I don't, but it ain't normal, that's for sure. When you hear pounding on your door at this hour, it's either someone's farm's burning down or it's some other emergency. Anyways, I'm going down to find out what's happening.
I followed Natan downstairs out the door where Natan's dad was facing two burly-looking guys. Now I gotta... You bastards! What gives you the right to come barging in our home at this hour? The man says... Oh, fucking one.
Man says you're behind on payment again. You know, the store pops if this keeps up.
Of course I do. Now get out of my property. If you have a problem, you can talk to me without trying to scare my wife and kids.
I'm not sure you're following. If you miss out on one more payment, this farm's as good as gone, you hear? So you better make good on your dues.
Alright, I've got some more money on the way.
Look, can't you see my kids are trying to sleep? Why don't we call it a night here? Call it a night, he says.
By now, Natan, her mom, and I had already run out behind the old man. Shit, these guys look like Yakuza. If this gets any worse, we're gonna start making Natan's dad pay off his debts with his skin. I had to do something. Come on, it's late, and we don't want any trouble.
Huh? Who the hell are you?
I'm, shit. Now that I think about it, I'm, what? God damn it! What? Oh boy, somebody about to get shot. Anyways, shit. Now that I think about it, just what did I have to do with this? Not knowing what to say, I just blurted out the first thing on my mind. I'm your old man's son-in-law. That's right. So don't think you can pick on Pops. Miraculously, that seemed to make the two guys back off. At least they realized they were outnumbered.
Whatever. Anyways, the next payment's due in 2 weeks. You better not miss out that one, or else the man really will take your farm away. Come on, let's get out of here.
With that, the two gangsters left the property.
Dare, what were you thinking? Trying to take on those thugs by yourself again? Shit, those bastards.
Now they got like the Brooklyn accent. God fucking damn it.
You're not young anymore. You might have been able to take them on 20 years ago, but you're just an old man now. What would I do if they decided to rough you up?
Shit, from the looks of things, I had accidentally witnessed something deeply. Damn it. Ugh, that was a yawn. Anyways, I had accidentally witnessed something deeply embarrassing for Natan's family. I had no idea all this time that Natan's dad was in debt. And from the sound of things, the Tanabe farm was about to be foreclosed. And judging from the look on Natan's face, she was just as much in the dark about her family's financial situation as I was.
What's going on? Hey, who were those guys? And what's this about the farm being taken away? Oh, it's nothing. These things are normal for grown-ups. It's nothing for you to worry about. Of course this isn't normal. Natsuki. Hey, is this the reason Ma passed out? You've been keeping all this a secret, haven't you? While I was out in Tokyo trying to be an idol, all this was going down at the farm, and y'all were keeping me in the dark about everything. You gotta tell me about everything. I ain't a kid no more. So I sure as hell have every right to know what's going on with the farm.
Alright, but you gotta promise me one thing. This ain't none of your problem, you hear? You go hop on that train tomorrow and go back to being an idol in the city. This is something for us country folk to deal with. So you better not do anything dumb just cause of all this. Just cause of this, alright? This is something your old man needs to fix.
Alright.
Oh boy. This is some serious shit. Natan collapsed on her knees after hearing the situation from her dad. The Tanabe's financial situation was in dire straits. Not only was their fishing business bankrupt, I feel another yawn coming, but the farm itself wasn't producing enough revenue to stay afloat. They now owed the bank debt of 60 million yen. Jesus! That's like more than, oh not more, but pretty much like 90% of the revenue we made off our first PV. Jesus! Unless they managed to pay it off, their farm was going to get foreclosed and sold to developers. No matter how I looked at it, it seemed like a hopeless situation. Sure, if they had all they had was the farm, they could just continue living the same way as always, but there was all the money they owed when their fishing company went under, not to mention the interest payments. All things considered together, there was no way the Tanabes were going to be able to pay off the debt. I'm sorry. Anyways, we're going to pay off the debt that colossal.
All this time, Natan was totally oblivious. Ma and Pa were in so much trouble, but they kept all of it a secret, all for Natan's sake. Even when they didn't have anything, they sent all that stuff for Natan out to the city. What's Natan been doing all this time, just singing and dancing when Ma and Pa were suffering out here?
You didn't know? You don't need to blame yourself. And your pa's right, you know. This is something he needs to fix. This might be presumptuous of me to say, considering I've only known him for a day now, and I don't think his pride would allow anyone else to bail him out of this.
That's like Pa, alright. But I've still gotta do something. This farm's been in our family for thousands of years now. We survived through the Warring States era, the Meiji Restoration, and the war. There's no way we can lose the farm now over something so stupid. Natan will do something. There's no way we're ever going to lose our farm.
Natan. By now, it was already nearly 3 a.m. In the end, there wasn't anything else we could do except wait for the new day. It's the 17th.
It's the 17th, y'all. Hi.
Anyways, god damn it. Bumpkin. By the time I woke up, Nathan was already gone from the room. After washing up, I went downstairs to once again hear a commotion outside. I saw Nathan in front of her dad bearing an envelope.
I'm sorry, but this is all I have right now. There's 3 million yen in this envelope. Thanks to my one-time big hit, that's all I've managed to save up this past year. Please use this to make the next payment in time. Don't be ridiculous. I ain't such a fool as to take pity money from my own daughter. Use it to buy yourself some new clothes or whatever you Tokyo idols do with your money. No, I'm leaving it here, and that's final. You can either burn it or use it to pay the debt, but I'm leaving it here, and that's my final decision. Do whatever you want.
Oh, with that, Nathan ran away crying. Her dad saw me watching the whole thing go down in the doorway.
What the hell are you doing, just standing there?
Go chase after her! Oh, of course! Yes! Sorry! Damn it! I thought he was gonna be like, what the hell are you looking at? But no, okay. I saw Nathan standing alone in the field. Hey, it's me.
Karu-kun.
She turned around and ran into my arms.
I've been a real fool all this time, haven't I?
What do you mean?
All I was doing was laughing in the city about taking it easy, while all along my folks were in big trouble. What was I thinking? After a whole year working as an idol, all I have to show for it is 5 seconds of popularity and nothing else. That's 3 million yen's all from our summer single album from last year. Even since then, we haven't been able to accomplish anything. I was supposed to come back home a big idol and make everyone out here proud. But all I managed to do was make a big fool out of myself. What was I doing going out to the city just to chase after you when you didn't even know who I was? And then forgetting everything about my folks and thinking I could just become an idol without a clue how anything works. Things can't go on like this. I gotta get serious now. If that debt isn't paid off, my whole family's gonna lose their home. No, we're gonna lose our very identity. Without the farm, then we're all nothing. Karu-kun, no, producer-san. I'm not gonna be like before. I'm gonna lead Starnova to the top. It's the only way I'm gonna make enough money to save the farm now. If I don't do this, then everything will be lost. I won't even have a home to go back to after graduating from being an idol.
I understand. In that case, I'll do everything I can to help you achieve that goal. After all, I'm here to make Starnova become successful. You can count on me to turn this situation around.
Yeah, let's go back to Tokyo and really aim for the top now.
And so the two of us bid our farewells to Nathan's family and returned to Tokyo. Despite being in the countryside for only one night, Nathan felt like a different girl now. Her lips were bent upside down and her eyes were cast with iron. I knew that she was stressed from her family's financial situation, but I couldn't help but worry. This wasn't the Nathan that people were accustomed with. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's been, what, it's the 17th, so now, yeah, it's been 13 days. How we doing? That don't sound good. The weeks passed after that. Despite our best efforts, Starnova's popularity failed to increase at all. In fact, the reverse was happening. Our revenue was slumping. We had held lives every weekend and even released new single album. However, nothing was getting traction from the market. With the way things were going, it was only a matter of time until Starnova started losing money, and that was never a good thing for an idol group. The girls sat around the office looking thoroughly demoralized by the turn of events.
Does it not seem like all we do nowadays is sit in the office? Hardly anyone seems interested in hiring us for any new jobs anymore. Fuck.
Anyways,
It even seems like less people are coming to our weekly shows. I didn't want to say anything, but last week I couldn't help but notice all the empty space in the back of the live house. We've never had empty space like that. Maybe adding another showing was a bad idea. With so many showings a week, it's only natural that we're not going to fill the house. No, the assumption that was that our popularity was going to increase to the point where we could fill all our shows. Obviously, that hasn't happened.
Why do you think that is? We work so hard and our regulars are still here, cheering for us. We haven't gotten into any trouble with the paparazzi, and our anniversary live was a big success, and yet...
You guys really don't know anything about this business, huh? Have you been paying attention to what's been going on around us? It's obvious what happened.
What do you mean? Could someone be secretly sabotaging us again? Like what happened with Golden Calf last year?
It's not that. Look, since just our anniversary live, over 24 new idol units also had their great shining debut lives, and a lot of others got their big lucky breaks when they signed on, when they get signed on by a record label for the first time. I mean, we were all smiling and thinking we were special when we debuted and got popular once, but the reality is that we weren't even the protagonist of this story. Oh damn, Aki calling it out with this. This time you guys aren't the protagonist. Well, Sasuke, you haven't been the protagonist yet, but hey, you'll get your chance at some point. Ah, damn. Somewhere out there is an idol unit of super talented young girls that worked hard every day, made incredible sacrifices, and got luckier than everyone else, and so finally became top idols. And yet, look at us! Can we really say we deserve to be number one? We were hardly even in the background characters, damn. All around us, there are girls like us who have big dreams to try every day to reach the top, but there just aren't enough fans to support them all. In the end, it's a cutthroat business. A cutthroat business, you know? What have we done to deserve anything more than what we already have? Not much, that's what.
No way.
I'd hate to say it, but Haki-chan's right. Look, everyone, guys pay money to fawn over idols, but we're not exactly young anymore. Just the other day, I saw an ad in the subway for a new idol group of 16-year-old schoolgirls, or school idols, and man, they were cute. Maybe girls like that end up being the protagonists of idol stories, not old failures like us. No, you guys are the protagonists. I mean, so far, everyone succeeded. Aki had the most success so far, but Maria was second, and of course, Julie came last in the success rating. But hey, Natan, you're falling behind, but you're still a good girl. You're still way better than Julie. Everyone's way better than Julie. Oh god damn it. Oh god, like I just like I've been editing the Julie route as of late, and it just reminded me of how much I hated her in the beginning. She was such a fucking bitch. Like, yeah, Julie worst girl, obviously. God damn it. She picks it up in the end, but that beginning behavior was completely fucking toxic. Anyways, who are you calling a failure, One-sama? Don't throw in the towel so soon. How about this idea? Let's hit downtown and do some stupid stuff on camera. I'm sure if we brew a scandal or two, we can get some buzz at least. In the entertainment biz, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Nathan's already said she doesn't want to do stuff like that. Besides, being drama queens won't help us get popular at all.
Do you think we really will have to disband? Mika's words triggered a heavy silence over the office.
Mika-chan, you mustn't say such ominous things.
Honestly, with the way that our last album sold, I'd say the writing's on the wall.
Nemu.
Everyone, why are you saying we're gonna disband so easily? Can't you see that people's lives are on the line here? We can't let Starnova fail. We're not saying it because we want to, but we're not miracle workers. Look, you would think that we could just sing a little musical number and then all of our problems will be magically fixed, but that shit only works in idol animes. This is real life here. Why don't you calm down a bit? For crying out loud, we're in this rut because you were way too relaxed about this for starters. Did you seriously think that you could just sit back and expect an idol unit to just magically coast its way up to popularity? That kind of country hick mentality was naive. If you want to make money, you have to you have the grit to take it away from our competitors. That's how business works.
Aki-chan, Natan, you guys are taking this too far.
So everything was my fault. Alright, that's enough, everyone. Fighting about our popularity is not going to fix anything. As your producer, I take full responsibility for Starnova's current predicament. Like Aki-chan said, business is a cutthroat arena. That's why idols have producers that to take care of them for that. I'm very sorry for to you all. Please, direct your anger toward me and not each other. There he goes again with his core boy act. Oh, hey, producer, you worked harder than any of us here.
In any matter, now's not the time to start questioning each other.
Oh boy. In the end, the day arrived, and I found myself sitting in front of the computer by myself. Honestly, the trend really was troubling. Ever since our first album with Soma, each successive release had been making half as much money. Of course, I should have realized that this pattern was common throughout the industry. In fact, a lot of small-time idol units fizzled out after their 5 seconds of fame. You would think that each release would help the unit get more and more popular, but in reality, the public's attention gradually turned to newer and cuter idols as time went on. We were just creating disposable mass entertainment after all. We couldn't exactly claim to be the next Mozart. Of course, we still had the support of the core fans, but honestly, relying on just a handful of dedicated whales all the time wasn't a viable business strategy when you were bleeding general customers left and right. And as to confirm my worries, Soma Munich was getting slower and slower at responding to my emails too. Not to mention, they were busy promoting hundreds of new faces. Maybe they just didn't prioritize us anymore. In the end, this was the idol business. Even if you did everything right, you could die a slow anticlimactic death like this. I heard the door open.
Excuse me, are you here, producer-san?
Sasa-chan, huh? This is rare. I haven't seen you in the office like this in over a year.
Maybe it's too forward of me to ask you this, but Natan's mother is really alright. What is Natan's mother really alright? Ever since she came back from visiting her family, she's been really different. Sometimes I get too scared to speak to her now. She's always got this intense look on her face, as if she's under a tremendous amount of stress. Honestly, I think the other girls think the same too, and maybe our fans as well.
I see. It's only natural, huh?
Did something happen while she was at the farm?
Well, you see, I knew that revealing Natan's family situation might backfire on me, but now that it was a problem facing the entire unit, I had no choice but to take action. Sorry, Natan, but I had to at least explain what was going on to Sasame, or else it was only a matter of time until more fights between the members broke out, like today.
Natan's dad is an incredible amount of debt, and unless it's paid off soon, the farm's going to be sold off to developers?
Yeah, it was a big shock to Natan when she found out. She really gave her father, she's already gave her father all the money she had in her bank account. But even that couldn't make a dent in the debt. Honestly, it would take a major miracle to make that amount of money from working as a talent.
I see. So that explains why she's been acting so differently lately. She used to be so happy and laid back, but now she's become even more bossy than Aki-chan, always insisting that we practice every day and calling everyone out whenever our routine's not perfect. Some of the girls are starting to distance themselves from Natan now.
I see. That's not good. Sorry, Sasa-chan, but do you think you can try and keep the peace between the girls for a bit longer? I'll talk to Natan, air the other girls' concerns to her, to get her loosen up a bit again. Honestly, I think the stress is starting to affect the fan appeal too. Starnova has enough problems right now, so we can't afford for the center to suddenly become unpopular on top of everything.
course, I'll do everything I can.
Oh boy. I came back home around 10. I've really been pulling in overtime hours lately. I wonder if Natan was still up. I tried dialing her number but failed to get a response. Was she already sleeping? Looks like tonight was a no-go then. I'll try talking to her tomorrow. With that, I got in bed and lost consciousness. Oh boy. Shit is hitting the fan. It is splattering! Oh god. I finally got a chance to speak with Natan when she came in for work the next morning. Good morning. Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. Really? You haven't been yourself lately. Are you feeling alright? Yeah, I'm fine. You sure don't sound fine. Are you sure you're not burned out? Are you getting enough rest? Maybe you need a vacation. It's alright to take a break if you're not feeling well. Now that your schedule's not too hectic, you should use this opportunity to revitalize yourself. Sorry about that, guys. I don't need anything like that. Sorry, but now's not the time to be taking things easy. I gotta work hard to make Starnova popular, or else. Natan. I'm gonna head downstairs and practice some more, or else I'm not gonna be able to make it in time. Before I could say another word, Natan disappeared out of the office. There was no question that the pressure to make money was destroying her, which in turn made her unable to function as an idol. At this rate, Starnova was really in a whole lot of trouble. What should I do? I got back to work on my computer feeling at a loss. In the end, this was just the way things were. Like Aki said, our problems can be fixed simply through an exciting song and dance routine, like most things in life. We had to accept the hand we were dealt with by Providence. If only there was some way to restore the public's interest in Starnova. Maybe there is. Maybe there is. I don't know. Fucking hell. Oh boy. Never mind. Just a few days later, though, I received further dire news. Soma Music's going to end our contract? As soon as I told everyone what was going on, I faced down by several shocked faces. Look, it's not a done deal yet. There was a clause in our contract which said each of our albums had to sell at least 10,000 units or else the record deal got canceled. Our last album just barely made the cutoff, with 12,000 copies sold. Basically, Soma Music's just reminding us of our original deal with them. It's not like they sprung this up on us unexpectedly.
But our albums are barely selling anymore. If this trend continues,
then our last album might really be the last one. They say that to us now, but they're hardly even promoting us anymore. How are we supposed to sell more copies when people have moved on to supporting other idol units now? Well, we could still get lucky, you know. 90% of business success is just luck. Who knows, our next album could be a big hit. Oh, damn it.
Telling us to just cross our fingers and wish for the best? What an unreliable producer. I guess it's time to polish up our resumes. It doesn't look like we're gonna be around here for much longer.
Aki-chan, now is not the time for your usual shit lollygags.
Gag, I'm being serious here. Why are you all looking so shocked in the first place? This kind of thing happens all the time for an idol. If the unit fails, you move on to the next thing. What are you just gonna crumble from the humiliation and give up? Easy for you to say, you shit lolly, but the rest of us don't have that kind of luxury. So the ultimate despair of returning to being a human failure, anything but that. Why are you all talking like everything's already decided? Starnova's not disbanded. We still got a long way to go before we can say we're ready to graduate. You say that now, but it's not like that's up to us. We've already done everything in our power, but without Soma backing or the public's attention, it's not like we can do anything. At this rate, we won't even be able to have any big lives. You could say we've been forgotten. You could say we just got lucky one time. And then we did our best to sing and dance for our fans. We didn't get into any kind of trouble. We stuck to the script and did what was expected of us. We tried to become model idols. But you know what? That ain't the kind of shit that moves cash. I'm talking about the eyeballs. The eyeballs! During what stage did we draw in the people's eyeballs? We committed the worst crime possible in the entertainment biz. We were boring! Why are y'all giving up so easily? You dumbasses! Uh-oh. Oh, shit! It is getting so fucking real now! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck me! Oh! That is not what I was expecting! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck me! The girl was gasped in shock when Natan suddenly shoved her. Oh, fuck! Natan suddenly shoved Aki over. Holy shit! Okay! Given their differences in weight, Aki tumbled flat on her back. Oh, damn! Hey, that was uncalled for! Natan, you... Before I could finish, she sprung around and fled from the office. I rushed over and checked to see if Aki was injured. It's alright, I just fell on my butt.
This is... What's happening?
Sasumi crumbled to her knees and started crying by herself. Now you've done it, you said too much, you shit lolly. Even so, resorting to physical violence is unforgivable. I can't believe something like this happened here. We're all upset that things aren't going well, but Aki could have been hurt by that. What would we have done if that happened? Well, producer, there's no way you let Natan off the hook for this.
No, it's not just because of the unit being in trouble that Natan's acted that way. This was supposed to be a secret, but Natan recently found out that her family owes a lot of money. And unless she can become a Starnova and pay off her debt, the bank's going to take away their farm. Frankly, I'm disappointed in you all. You should have all known that Natan would get so angry over becoming less popular.
Wouldn't. I think I said would.
The whole reason she's been acting so differently is because she's worried about her family, you know?
The girls gulped and looked down upon hearing the truth. So, Natan was just worried about her folks all this time. Certainly, I did think it was strange that her personality changed immediately after visiting her parents. But it really is a shitty situation, huh? With the way Starnova's popularity is going, Natan's probably losing hope at ever paying off that debt. Hey, producer, you knew about this all along, didn't you? Yeah. Sorry, but it really was a personal situation with Natan, so I couldn't just announce it to everyone. That girl, she really has a lot of love for her home and all, but look, you can think of me as heartless if you want, but it's really not her problem that her dad's in debt. It's not like it's her fault. I know we all want to say we look after our folks, but honestly, expecting a young daughter to pay off her father's debt is just unreasonable. Now see if it panned to Aki after that. I probably would have laughed, but at the same time felt extremely horrible because her mom is in that debt and shit like that. And I'm surprised Aki hasn't said anything because of this. Yeah, actually, her dad told her the same thing. But you know how Natan is. I was gonna say Natsuki, which would have been right still, but you know. There's no way she's just gonna look away and let the bank take away their farm. I only stayed there for a night, but during that short time I could feel that the Tanabes loved living there. It's been their land for hundreds of years. For them to lose it now, it must be a heart-trending, for Natan. Trying to be an idol for the sake of her parents. Just what's that pumpkin thinking? If she keeps that attitude up, she's gonna kill herself, you know?
Aki, I love you, Aki, but I don't think you're one to be talking Miss Workaholic and killed herself by becoming top idol. Like, you're the last one to be talking. Don't get me wrong, I love you to bits, Aki, but you were the first one on the team to do it. You literally did kill yourself becoming an idol. Fucking hell.
Quite an obscure observation from our drill sergeant, Loli, eh? Perhaps she ought to listen to herself more often.
Yeah, it never was right, Aki. Perhaps you should listen to yourself. You know how worried you made me fucking making yourself hospitalized and shit? I worry for you, my girl. Anyways, god damn it.
So, what are you gonna do, producer?
I'm going to go after Natan. Sorry, guys, but she needs me right now.
Yeah, now that we know what's going on, we don't want her tearing herself apart over this either.
Producer-son, please go tell Natan we're not angry at her. After all, I'm sure Natan regrets pushing Aki-chan. She probably only ran away because she was so ashamed of what she did. Aki-chan, you were pretty harsh yourself. You better apologize to Natan right away when she comes back.
Oh, well, knowing what's going on with her family now, I suppose I was being a bit insensitive, my bad, intensive. What the fuck's wrong with me?
Anyways, I'll handle things here while you're gone. Come on, everyone, let's go practice.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. I'll head over to Natan's apartment right away and sort this out. I promise. I swear, if this is all solved with a good fucking, I'm done. God damn it. With that said, though, I had no idea what to say to her when I actually arrived at her apartment. I tried knocking on the door and realized she had forgotten to lock it. Natan, I'm coming in. I slowly walked inside and found Natan on the bed under the blanket. Are you there you are. You really scared me running off like that.
Is Pikun here to fire Natan? Why? After all, what I did was unforgivable. To lose my temper and knock over another member of the unit like that? Just goes to show you that everyone was right about me. I really am just some dumb country bumpkin.
That's not true. Aki-chan's not angry at you at all. In fact, when I explained to the others what was going on, everyone was worried about you. Besides, fights break out between teammates from time to time. It's not like all the girls in Idol group are going to see eye to eye all the time. What matters the most is that you apologize and make amends.
But it's already too late. At this rate, Starnova's really going to have to disband. Our record label's about to leave us, and people don't care about small-time idol unit like us when there's hundreds of better idols out there. All we're doing right now is making fools out of ourselves, trying to be popular when I bet everyone's laughing behind our backs at how much we're failing. After all, I tried to look all cool by promoting my folks that I'll go to Tokyo and make enough money to pay off the debt. How am I supposed to go back home and face them when things are like this? It doesn't even look like I'm gonna have a home to go back to.
Natan. I sat down on the bed next to her. Sorry, I don't want to have to say this, but it's just not right for you to burden yourself with your parents' debt. It's exactly as your pa said. This is their responsibility. Your parents were grown-ups when they decided to take on the debt. Adults have to face consequences of their actions.
But still, if we don't have the farm no more, if only I had tried harder to become more popular. Maybe if I hadn't taken it so easy after our one big hit, we wouldn't be in this situation. Maybe if I had worked harder, we'd have become top idols. At the end of it, it was still my fault. Now Starnova's in big trouble.
Honestly, I felt the same thing for years. When Labrador had to disband, all I had were regrets. All the members looked back and thought of all the things we could have done differently. That maybe if we had worked harder, the worst wouldn't have happened. When I found out we were being fired, I ran to our producer and tried to reason with him. But you know what that bastard said? He said I was worrying too much, so I should just care about myself. I had girls who liked me and was going to get good severance deal. Honestly, I couldn't accept what he said then, to the point where I decided to go to business school and become a producer, just to prove him wrong. But here I am, telling you to do the same thing, huh? I smiled sadly. I think I can understand things from my old producer's point of view a bit more now. There's no point in beating yourself up. Unfortunately, the truth is that we don't know what makes one idol group successful and another a failure. Sure, you can say that this idol group became really popular because she had this idol became really popular because she had a great heart of gold, worked hard, and had a pretty face. But there are thousands of other girls who are just as nice, hardworking, and pretty, who are never recognized. Sometimes the idols that make it to the top are actually terrible people who manipulate others, speak nothing but lies, and use their power to bully others. But that doesn't mean acting like that guarantees success either. Some top idols really are nice, genuine people. In the end, I think it's all just dumb, stupid luck. I think that's what my producer was trying to tell me back then. That there was no meaning to Labrador becoming unpopular. That there was no reason for me to blame myself or feel guilt. That it was just a funny little thing that I should get over and move on from. At the time, though, it felt like my world was ending. Sorry to talk only about myself. I'm just trying to say, whatever happens to Starnova isn't your fault. It's just the way things are.
So, that was what happened to Karu-kun. I had always wondered. Karu-kun, even if Natan's just a failure idol, you still like me, won't you? If Karu-kun left me too, I'd really have nothing left. I feel really full of myself asking this now, and I was just a big mess up, but I still want to be with you.
I put my hands on Natan's head. Or hand. Why did I say hands? Hand! Of course. You're not a mess up in my book. Besides, if we compare our idol careers, it's not like I did any better. No matter what, I'll still take care of you, Natan.
Karu-kun.
Whoa! Natan rushed into my arms and pushed me down onto the bed. I could feel her weight on me as she held onto me, like I was the most important thing in the world. Despite my initial surprise, I couldn't help but relax. Something like this wasn't bad.
I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Maybe we won't be selling anymore and get disbanded. Maybe my folks won't be able to pay off the debt and the farm will be taken away. But you know, the biggest thing I'm worried about is that I won't be able to see Karu-kun anymore. I can't hold back no more, Karu-kun.
Yep, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it. I knew it. Good thing it's at the end of the episode. Because I didn't end the episode too early.
Make me feel good. Natan. No, call me Natsuki from now, okay? Only my folks can, and you can call me, only my folks and you can call me by that name.
Oh, by my name. Oh. Then Natsuki. Oh, this is gonna be odd calling her Natsuki. Now that all this happened, there was no way I could stop now. Oh, yep, here we go. Ah! Oh boy! I undid my tie and pushed Natsuki down on the bed. You know we gotta turn this on so we can get that one moan. Ah! Where's her? There's her face. Oh god. Oh yeah, there's her dad. There's her dad, and there's her mom, and there's the pedophile, and there's the murderer. That's the dude from whatchamacallit. There's what's-her-face. But anyways, let's continue. I undid my tie and pushed Natsuki down on the bed.
Oh,
time to read all sensual and shit. Before I knew it, I had already pulled up her shirt and bra, exposing her pair of barely tea-dyed barely tea-dyed breasts. Nani? What? Barely tea-dyed breasts? What? Anyway. Okay. It had been such a long time since I had seen these. What a reunion it was. Just like 2 rolls of freshly baked bread, they made my mouth water with appetite.
Karu-kun's staring pretty intensely here. His Natan's boobs not good enough? Kind of the color of dirt after all.
Oh, that's not at all what I was thinking, but no, I was just admiring. They're big and perky, just the way I like them. I reached down and wrapped my lips around him. Okay, this is some sensual shit. Her tit shot up as quickly as I circled my tongue around her. They finally used the word areola instead of using the point of boob or whatever it was in Sunrider that I don't know what it meant. I know it said some weird shit in Sunrider that I was just like, why is it saying that? But now we're getting into some like explanatory. I think I'm gonna have to censor everything. This is a bit too spicy for YouTube. Anyways, if I closed my eyes and sucked on her, I almost felt like I was an infant again. There was something really relaxing about it. Oh, her face! Oh, God! I looked at the words and I looked up to see if her face changed. Oh, boy, it did! Oh, boy, it did! God damn it! Carol Coons. Ha! Wait, where's my moans? I turned on her voice. Yes, I did. Where's my moans? Wait a minute. Okay, no, that was her mom. I was about to say, wait a minute, maybe I didn't, but no, that's her mom. They look the same. Anyways, all sorts of lewd noises came out as I suckled on Natan. Suckled. And I was gonna say Natan, but suckled stopped me as I suckled on Natsuki's boob. As expected, it was more amazing than anything I could have imagined. By now, both her tits were standing at attention, like two pebbles. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like it was time to turn my attention south. Oh, now we got two Asukas. But you know when the motion starts, I blink at the screen because I feel like, I think I showed the motion in negligee, but not sure if I should do that anymore. Anyways, pulled off Natan's pants and panties, exposing her secret garden. Karu-kun's looking at Natan's secret place. I spread the lips of her with my fingers. It was already so drenched with her fluids that strings of lubrication formed as I parted the great gate to Natan's entryway. Her was engorged like a big jewel. Was it supposed to be this big? Stop lying, that thing looks small! Anyways, god damn it! Her fucking nipple's more perkier than that! God damn it. I couldn't help but give her happy button a test, just to see if it worked or not. Okay. I didn't know Natsuki had such a light voice. I didn't know Natsuki had such a light voice. I was giving her such a... I'm gonna have to listen to her talk normally. I didn't know... I thought she had more of a deeper voice. I think she might even sound deeper than Aki, maybe. Lighter than Aki. What am I saying? Deeper. That was light. I didn't expect her to have such a light voice. I hadn't listened to anyone but Maria and... I don't know. Maria, Aki, and, yeah, I'm pretty sure she has a lighter voice than Aki. Jesus Christ, anyways. But yeah, that was all the moan we needed, because that's going to go on the entire time. There is some leakage, but that's going to go on the entire time, and that's not something I want in my ear the entire time. I mean, you know how it is. Anyways.
No, that place. It's too strong. Natan's gonna...
Actually, I have an idea. Can I turn the music off, then just kind of backtrack, and then do this, and do this, and then do... No, Kimochi, stop! Anyways, what I was going to do is use her own moans to censor myself.
I never thought of doing that before, but now, instead of using the stock hentai moans that I found, I'm gonna use her own moans to censor. Oh, Lord in heaven. Oh, I don't know why I didn't think of doing this before, but hey. Anyways, yeah. It's too strong, Natan's gonna... Well, it looked like it definitely worked. Even better than expected, I would say. But man, it was the biggest thing I'd ever seen. Were country girls like this? Maybe all that exercise made them bigger or something. Seeing her big, happy place in front of me like this only made me want to test it out some more. I bent down and wrapped my lips around it, giving her big pearl some licks with my tongue. What are you doing? Actually, I don't even have to make the noise. I can just use her modes for everyone. Oh, hell yeah, loophole. Anyways, but it's... And then... yeah, there's the moan. I felt Natan's thighs press against my cheeks as I kept up the attack. Did it really feel that great for a girl to get her sucked like this? I had no idea just how big of an impact it would have had. Natan moaned and gasped, her fingers digging into her sheets. Karu-kun! No way! Her rich, irony taste filled my taste bud. Irony taste? Wait a minute. I thought the iron was supposed to come from blood. Wait a minute. Her rich irony taste filled my buds. Actually, speaking of which, I'm surprised that this doesn't show blood, because I assume they're all virgins. And not that I want to see the blood, but Sunrider Academy, it was all up in your face with pop virgin, but this... It doesn't do it. That's surprising. Like, Sunrider had an option to show it, but this doesn't. That's surprising. Anyways, the rich irony taste filled my taste buds. Natan tasted like rare beef, as expected of Starnova's athletic member. I flicked around her energetic with my tongue. By now, it felt like the size of a marble in my mouth. Was it really possible for a girl's to get so big? The possibility of giving Natan the biggest of her life pumped up my nerves and kept me on the offense. I gripped her upper with my lips and dug under her hood, giving her pleasure center a wild ride on the tip of my tongue. No more! No more! My throat. Anyways. No more! No more! Natan's! I felt her constrict in my mouth as she lifted her clear off the bed and came explosively, nearly passing out in the process. No, this is more than likely a different moan, so we're gonna have to listen to it. I don't know why I keep doing this, but hey. You definitely heard that through my headphones. That was fucking loud, mate. That was loud. Yeah. Her body finally. No. Whoa. No. I said it right the first time. Finally, her body gave out and she fell onto the bed, breathing in and out. That was nuts. Crazier than anything Natan could have done by herself. As expected. Well, I mean, at least I didn't have to put up a black screen, because it is just a picture so far. The movement doesn't begin until I enter the scene, goddammit! As expected, getting it done by a guy's much better. But Karu-kun's still not fixed, is he? Come on, let's get the main show started then. Is it alright? That last was pretty huge. Yeah, Natan can keep going all day if you want. Don't worry about a thing. Alright, then here I go. Oh boy, it begins. I pulled off my clothes and assumed docking position. Natan raised her ample thighs, exposing her firm golden...
Her juices were dripping down her hole and glistening on her cute little eyes. Everything on a girl really was better. No way I could ever want to see it in my other... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Everything on a girl really was better. No way I would ever want to see it in any other context. Why would you? Like what? God damn it, producer son. My meat rod was standing at the ready. At this point, I positioned myself into Natan's opening and readied myself.
It's alright. Put it in, Karu-kun.
Oh, and there it is. With that, I grappled on to Natan's shoulders and slowly shoved myself in. Oh, nope! We already got your moans! No more! Motion and all. But yep, we heard that, so... I exhaled and closed my eyes as I bathed in Natan's warmth. So, this was a girl's insides.
Finally, it's inside.
Does it hurt?
Nah, don't worry. Natan can handle everything. Now come on, go wild on me.
Natan! Oh! Woo! You might have pushed yourself up on the waifu tier with that line alone! Woo! Anyways, well, if she put it that way, then I guess there was no reason to hold back. Ah, yeah! Woo! Anyways, I wrapped my fingers around her shoulders and pounded myself in and out of her. Yep, I got your moans on cue. No more moaning for this guy. Hell yeah! Her bounced wildly as our bodies mashed against each other. She really could take everything I dished out at her. I felt her insides clenched and unclench around me, as if she was building up to climax. I felt her powerful thighs around my face as I What? Wait a minute. How are her thighs around your face? If you're going into her, you'd have to be crunched down to the point where you could suck your own dick for her thighs to be around your face. Cause you're fucking her, so how are her thighs around your face? Wait a minute, P-kun! Her cat! Wait a minute, does that count as the thigh? Or does that count as the calf? Wait a minute, does that count as... No, that's not. What? Or maybe. Okay, like guys, maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to go through a full anatomy research. But aren't the lower part, like where your feet are connected, isn't that the fucking calves, not the thighs? Cause if her thighs are around his face, that would mean he'd be eaten out, wouldn't it? Her thighs can't be around his face in this position unless he was bent down to the point where he could suck his own dick, because he'd have to be down by the puss. Because how are her thighs around his face? It's not just me that... the lower part is the calf, right? Not the thigh, isn't it? Like, I'm not stupid. I know I'm stupid, but I'm pretty sure that that's the calf and the thighs are the upper half. They're both not thighs, right? Like, cause I felt her powerful thighs around my face as I rammed myself into her innermost spot. How are you feeling her thighs around your face unless you're bent over? I don't get it. Like, you'd have to be bent in such a way where, like, Jesus Christ, like, I'm trying to imagine this. Like, maybe it's possible, but at the same time, it's like, cause like I know a position, like, her legs must be over his shoulders, so that must be the position. But for her thighs to be over his face, like, he has to be bending her pretty. I mean, she is bent, as you can see, but I just can't see it. Like, he'd have to be smaller for that to make more sense, but he's tall. I don't know, man. Let's just continue this. I'm getting confused. Like, her calf should be around his face, not... I don't know. Fuck it. Anyways, I churned her juices until they formed into pure white cream. I felt Natan's love juices spread all over my crotch and pool on her bed. The girl really was wet. It was unbelievable how soaked my dick was right now. I released her shoulders and molded her big squishy boobs around my fingers. I'm still trying to imagine this, like, even if they're on his shoulders, the fact that he's going for... I don't know how it's around his face, man. Like, that is some serious bending he's doing, if so. He'd have to be at her stomach region. His face would have to be at her stomach region or under her tits for... I don't know. Anyways, god damn it. I released her shoulders and molded her big squishy boobs around my fingers. You would never have guessed it from how she looked normally, but she had a pretty impressive pair of knockers hitting all this time. Yeah, I gotta say, they are bigger than I thought they were. Her perked up like two towers as I squeezed them. I couldn't get enough of Natan. I bent down and pressed our mouths together, drowning in Natan's taste and scent. My senses climaxed and threatened to make my do the same as we intertwined our tongues. Natan's lips were wide and thick compared to my masculine face. This was just too good. I felt my prostate just about to blow a gastate. Gastate. Anyways, all the valves were bursting and all the glass in the gauges were cracked. I'm about to... But Natan wouldn't let me go. She wrapped her legs around me, only thrusting me inside of her deeper. There was no escape. Her beastly power was no match for me. I felt the head of my jam against her baby room as it twitched back and forth between managing to hold back and committing that which could not be undone. I gasped, my heart pounding with both terror and excitement. Natan once again pushed her tongue into my mouth, just as my was at its maximum hold. I squeezed my eyes and tried to hold myself back a second longer, but it was futile. I gasped as a squirt of pre leaked out. No matter how much I held it back, my ammo chamber was so overloaded that something had to give. The floodgates of my desire broken by that squirt, I shoved myself as deep as I could into her passageway and filled her with my cream. Nope, you know we gotta listen to it. Nope, not yet. No. Natan is quite the screamer, guys. Like, whoa. Ah! Natsuki! Wait, did she say... No, not the... No, God damn it! Ah! I mean to do it again! Ah! Natsuki! The two of us gasped and locked our bodies together as our senses were wiped out by our oneness. I'm about to say, what? My everything was ejected into Natan, robbing me of my essence. I crumpled down onto her, resting my face against her ample bosom. Oh, that's the first time we've seen, I don't want to see that. Get your pingus out of here. It's all covered with stuff. I don't want to see that.
That was real nuts. Karo-kun really filled me up. Maybe Natan will have to graduate as an idol anyway she ends up with his baby. Make sure you take responsibility if that happens, like a man.
Oh, I didn't read the rest of that.
Cause Natan wants lots of babies with Karo-kun.
Oh. Really? As expected. Don't worry, I'm not gonna wuss out on you, not after doing that with you. We really did it now. Getting together like this when you're still an idol. Oh well, he can just keep quiet about it for now. Once some time passes, I'm sure you'll be able to live your private life the way you want.
Until that time comes, I'm gonna do my best for your sake.
Nathan and I returned to the office after she managed to regain her spirits. The girls rushed over with nothing but concerned faces the moment we walked into the dance studio. We smell like sex and whatever else.
Nathan, are you feeling better? Don't worry about a thing about what happened. In fact, we're all worried about what's going on with you and your family. Considering what's happened, it's totally understandable that you'd be under a lot of stress. Even Naki-chan said she understands how you feel after finding out about it. Come on, Naki-chan, this is where you apologize.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't know what was happening with your family. When I said all that, I guess I was a bit insensitive. Anyways, I wasn't hurt at all, and I'm not gonna keep a grudge over something so dumb, so don't act awkward around me, alright? I'm Starnova's shit lolly, now and forever. Yeah, besides,
Nathan bowed her head to Aki.
悪い
Oh! I forgot that her voice was low. I want to hear her talk more. She sounds really... Let me listen to her and Aki talk. I want to see who is lighter, because they both sound very light. Aki, Oh no.
悪い
I'm the one who's really sorry, pushing a small gal like you over just cause I happen to be upset over my own personal problems. It's obvious I still have a long way to go as your center. I'm really sorry, alright, for a whole lot of things, and not just Aki-chan, but to everyone. This wasn't how we thought Starnova would go.
I didn't know the voices came rarely, like they only made noises. I thought they talked.
We ain't popular, making money or getting a lot of buzz. In the end, as your center, that's my fault.
Girl smiled gently at Nathan. Let me listen to everyone. I want to hear how everyone sounds. Just for the sake of today.
あのな
Well, I knew how Maria sounded. She already sounded mature, so I knew that.
What are you talking about? When I first joined Starnova, I thought the unit would disband within weeks without accomplishing anything. But look at where we are now. We got one big album and a bunch of loyal fans. And we didn't get caught up in any stupid drama or scandals either.
Well, Mika sounded about how I thought she would.
Indeed, this one has changed so much thanks to Starnova. I feel like I finally put my hikikomori past behind me.
Sasumi sounds exactly how I thought she would. Exactly, light voice and all. So I got Sasumi spot on. Sasumi and Mika, I feel I got spot on. Nathan sounds like she's a little deep, so she sounds like I could be doing. I think I listened to Nathan in the beginning of the whole entire series. I don't remember.
Mika-chan, you've been going outside ever since you decided to become an idol, you know.
Well, but now I feel like I can go outside with confidence. It's a totally different sensation.
Is that so?
Well, Oni-sama's got a point. It's not like we crashed and burned. Come on, I'd say we did pretty well for ourselves given everything. That's true. It's not like we were shining young kids full of hopes and promises. In the end, I guess that's what I've learned from working in this business. That you just gotta make the most out of a situation you're given. Everyone has problems, you know. You always think people who are doing better than you have everything made, but you're just lagging behind them because you have some special issue you're holding back. But you know the truth? That other person in front of you has their issues too. And they have people in front of them who have, they think the same thing about.
Another wise sentiment for our Drill Sergeant Molly. She really is in a role tonight.
まったく
I'm just sharing the grains of wisdom I gained from my time in this business, that's all. Seriously, you guys better be grateful. After all of this is finished, I'm gonna open my own shit-lolly consulting firm and charge 1,000,000 yen per advice, you know.
Okay, understood.
Nemu stepped in front of the others with a serious look on her face.
Nathan? Nemu.
私は
Yeah, she sounds about how I thought she would. So, everyone sounds about how I thought. Julie, we barely heard her, but she sounds about how I thought, so, you know, it's all good. Listen to me carefully. Because Nemu was really serious about this, I'm watching you. After hearing about your problem, I couldn't take it off my mind. If one of my teammates is having trouble, then there's no way I can just pretend not to exist. Natan, I have some money of my own that I can give you to help your folks pay off the debt. While it won't be enough to clear the debt in full, it should at least get the bank off your parents' back from a long while. For a daughter of a rich family like me, it really isn't a problem at all to give you that money. Please take it and rest easy. Sorry, Nemu. I really appreciate the offer and all, but I can't just take your money like this. I don't reckon I've done anything to really deserve it. Besides, knowing my pa, he'll disown me if I ever did something like that. Given his pride, he'd rather burn the farm down himself rather than take a handout from someone else. I'm really sorry. At least let me talk to my father. He still has connections throughout the real estate business. I'm sure he could. Sorry, but the Starnovas are simple folk, and oh, she's crying, but we couldn't possibly ask for this of you or your family. Just your feelings are enough. I'll remember Nemu's generosity for the rest of my life, but there's no way. Hey, Natan, you gotta think about this. At least, couldn't you appeal to the fans? You could go to public about the troubles your farm's facing and get the public sympathy. Maybe the story will even graduate buzz and help our next album sell. Natan bowed down, tears forming puddles on the floor of the dance studio. Sorry, but I wanted to go back home with my head held high. We love our farm, but we ain't seeking to go out begging for handouts either. Even though idols do that kind of thing all the time. It's always buy my album to vote for me in the next popularity contest, or buy this handshake event ticket, or else I might be fired from the unit. Honestly, asking for the fans for help because your parents' farm could be foreclosed by the bank would be one of the nobler calls of action in this business. Maria Naki-chan got a point. In fact, going public with your mission to save your parents' farm could be what Starnova needs to gain its popularity. Regain. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Aren't the people supposed to come together and help each other in times like this? Regardless of what you live in the city or regardless of whether you live in the city or the countryside, that'll always be the case. You said it yourself. You gotta stick together with your folks. Everyone here is your family too. Everyone. A final desperate mission to save our center's farm. From shame, no name idol unit filled with various rejects and burnouts. Sounds like the kind of story which will get some traction. Come on, everyone. Let's do this for Natan's sake.
Natan's always been the one cheering us on. Now it's our turn.
I don't know what to say to y'all, but thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank goodness I was a member of Starnova and met all you folks. I couldn't have asked for a better teammates. Let's do it.
Let's all do our best together. Of course.
Of course we're gonna do it. I smiled as the girls all came together to back Natsuki up. Honestly, it was still going to be challenging given our sales numbers. Obviously, paying off the entire debt just from our next album was going to be impossible. Our chart-smashing hit last year, oh god, I got hiccups, only netted Natan enough money to pay 10% of the debt, and now we haven't been able to release a single hit ever since then. But we still had to try. This wasn't just about Starnova. Natsuki's home was on the line here. Alright, I was going to do my best too. Ah, boy, hopefully we actually do our best. And actually succeed. But we're going to stop here for today. Good, the music's not depressed. Anyways, boom. Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you like this, hit the thumbs up button and save it to your favorites. Also share it with your friends. This has been I was gonna say this has been Starnova. Yes, I am the entity known as Starnova!
Praise me! Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up on the save to your favorites. Share with your friends. This is Big Conixis. You can follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description below. Will we be able to save Natan's family? I don't know, but we'll find out next episode. So thank you all for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.